Hi. And welcome back to the Horror Herald. My name is Leo. This is
Louis.
Hi, Louis.
Hi.
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 How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Doing good. Oh, it's been a while since we've done one of these, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
It's been a heckety while. It's been, I feel like, over a month. Has it? When was I?
Over a month, I'm pretty sure. August.
By the time this releases, it would probably be.
It was August last time we did it.
So yeah, it's been So September's gone, and now we're in the spooky season. That's right.
Best season of the year.
Spooky season.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin there. Another pumpkin there. We got candies. We got lollies. Here you go. Enjoy.
We have water.
Water. And we've got lots of other spooky things. And yes, it's October for us here, and we're planning for this month to do a bit of a spooky kind of celebration, Halloweeny month. So
we're a horror channel, so it's all spooky, but this is particularly spooky.
So we're mainly going to be like reviewing stuff that's kind of Halloween based. So that's why we're doing today. We're doing Monster House.
Monster House.
You may not know.
It is a horror movie.
It is terrifying. It's really scary.
Scariest
it
movie
scars
I've
you.
ever seen.
It's pretty. I mean,
at moments
to give it to credit, it is actually pretty. I wasn't expecting it to be as scary.
It's the funniest and scariest movie I've ever seen.
I mean, I've loved this movie as a kid. Did you love it as a kid?
I enjoyed it as a kid. Yes, I don't have particularly fond memories of this when I was younger, but I remember watching it. Yes.
I remember watching it like multiple times, and maybe that's why I love it so much. But it's good. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing a kind of a spooky October kind of Halloweeny month of reviews. We're gonna do this. Yes. We're gonna hopefully review Halloween Ends and get that out this month.
Yes.
And hopefully maybe we'll do a series ranking of Halloween as well. But we'll see what else. Maybe we might do more reviews as well if we can fit it into our schedules. Yeah. But we're at least doing Monster House because that's the one that everyone cares about. It's Monster House.
We were going through all the movies. It was like, which one will get more clicks? Then we were like, Monster House.
Monster House because we love Monster House. Monsters, and we hope you love it as well. But yes, we can't get to that yet. We have to do what we always do, which is talk about our sponsor.
A sponsor
every week.
Reliant.
A new sponsor.
You can trust us.
A new sponsor. And this week, if you scan the QR code, that's right, scan this QR code and you'll get a straight link to our sponsor. And our sponsor for this week...
What is it, Leo?
I need to scan it.
Leo, what is our sponsor?
Our sponsor is this going to pop up?
Yes, it is.
Here we go. Our sponsor for this week is Mr. Pumpkin Skellybones.weebly.com.
Mr. Pumpkin Skellybones.weebly.com. What is he selling and or talking about?
It's not. He's not selling anything, but it's a story. It's a spooky Halloween tale.
Short story.
Halloween short story for all you lovely kids at home. It's spooky. I think you look at it.
I haven't read it. I don't want to diss our sponsor.
It's good. I think it's good. I mean, I had a hefty part in it. I played a character in it. I did a collab. They asked me to play a character, and I'm in it. So it's fantastic. Mr. Poopy, not Mr. Poopy.
Mr. Spooky.
Mr. Pumpkin. Mr. Pumpkin Skellybones.weebly.com. It's a lovely story, and it hopefully will get you in the spooky season.
Mr. Poopy.
But now we have to go to our news segment.
That's our obligated sponsor segment. Yeah. And now we have to get
Do check it out, though. It's worth it. And go back to all our other videos and check out the sponsors and those. Because they're worth your time. Don't worry. I know you won't. Anyway.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so now we have to get to our news. Our news of this week.
Which I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think you know one of them because we talked about it earlier. But Louis doesn't know this, but he knew the first one. And I'll get the first one out of the way because he knows it. And this is just of now. It probably is a bit dated when we release this. But right now, this is big news to us. So the first thing is that Trick or Treat 2 is in very early development. Now, this is, if you don't know what Trick or Treat is, it was an anthology movie that came out 2008? 7 or 8. 9, something like that. I think 7's correct. And we love this movie, don't we?
I really like it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's such a perfect Halloween-y movie. Like, it's got the best Halloween vibes, and it's like an anthology horror movie with like 4 different tales that interconnect, and there's this character called Sam who's like part of it and jumps around in it, and it's great. It's really good. It's like the perfect Halloween movie to watch if you're a horror fan. Please check it out. But it did only come out on DVD, sadly. It was meant to be for a theatrical release, but things happened and it just got released on DVD, so it kind of wasn't as big as it could have been. But it's become a cult favorite among people, and we've been waiting for I don't know how many years, if this is 2007, like 15 years or something like that, for a Trick or Treat 2. And we haven't got it yet, but what we do have is it's in very early development. So I'll just talk about kind of the news that's happened. So this was during Beyond Fest. I'm not sure what that is. It might be a horror movie festival.
Leo, it's beyond me.
Yeah. But Tish.
Don't indulge me.
You add that sound effect.
Don't indulge me.
Okay, that's
Keep
fine.
going.
But basically, I forgot the guy's name. Is it Michael Dougherty or something? Something Dougherty.
I don't know.
Mr. Dougherty, the director of this, or the creator of this, he was talking about the movie.
Nubblecracker.
And the what?
Nubblecracker.
What is that?
It's the old man.
Old man, yeah.
Jesus, Leo.
Monster House, yeah. So he was talking about it, and he just says it's in very active development. So it's active. It hasn't been greenlit though, so it hasn't been confirmed that we're going to it. But there was talking about how it's very active development, and the people like Legendary, which is like the film studio that was working on this film, is very excited about the possibility. So they're kind of like, yeah, we want it to happen, but we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah,
but
haven't committed yet.
But I mean, it's gonna come. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, 2030.
2030. Let's aim for that. But anyway, that's really good. Check out that movie.
Now what's next?
It's fantastic. Next up, I think you probably know about this because you're a fan of the series, is that Five Nights at Freddy's movie finds a director and the production begins. So
I am concerned about the director because they don't have many good films behind their belt.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they just got any director they could but to finally put this in production.
Well, I'll talk about it. So yeah, basically the director is Emma Tammy, I think. From The Wind. I haven't seen The Wind.
I haven't seen any of her movies.
But basically, Jim Jensen's Creature Shop, who's like working on it, is like talked about her and says how she has like a great understanding of the franchise. And they're talking about how she really felt like she could craft something that would please the fan base and keep people on the edge of their seats, which is, I guess, what you're looking for. I don't know how good this is going to be.
I'm curious, because this is probably all going to be one of these movies. So I'm curious if how they're gonna entangle all like 8 games at this point. So
it might be the first.
They're probably gonna be like the first one. They're probably gonna include other stuff.
Game.
The first one, I don't know. It's such a diverse group of like fans. I don't know what kind of movie they're gonna go for.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played. I'm not into the Freddy's
lore. I know a
lore.
lot about the lore.
Yeah. Lou knows.
Do you even know about the puppet?
The puppet? No. What's the bite of 87 or 97? What is it?
87 and 83. Get it right.
I don't know what that is. I know there's a purple guy.
My favorite one is the dancer. I forget her name right now, but she's my favorite.
Anyway, but if you're Friday the
Nightmare
Five Nights at Freddy's fan, that's gonna be great, and it's going into production in early 2023.
I'm excited.
So
I want to see it. I'm curious.
That's cool. Now, this is a little news then. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, new Walking Dead spin-off is titled Daryl Dixon. So they're doing a spin-off now with one of the characters called Daryl.
I don't love things that are spin-off that are like character names. Because it's rarely actually about them.
Well, this one might be. I haven't looked too into it because I haven't watched the entire show.
Yeah.
And
obviously he's still alive.
This may be a prequel. This may not be. Who knows? Oh, wow. I think it's a sequel. I think he's still alive. I know he's in the final season. If that's a spoiler, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, that's cool. But the interesting thing about it is that it's set in Europe. So it's like I saw the image for it was like a picture of the Eiffel Tower and the words Daryl Dixon. So that's kind of cool and new, I guess. But there has been a pretty rocky production behind it. So like the showrunner left, and then they got replaced by someone who worked on Star Trek, and there was there was a co-star that was meant to be in it with Daryl, but she left because it was going to be set in Europe, and she just couldn't fit that in her schedule. So it's been a bit rocky. But I don't know if I'm gonna watch this because I haven't finished watching The Walking Dead.
Watch all of Walking Dead before.
Yeah, I'm only up to about season 5.
So is the show gonna end, and then they're gonna do this, or is he just gonna leave the show?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the show at the moment. I don't know if this is.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because I know that Walking Dead is ending. So I was a bit concerned, like, oh, okay, just end Walking Dead. But they have already so many spin-offs already. There's like 2 other spin-off shows. So it's like,
oh yeah, Fear the Walking Dead and Tales of the Walking Dead.
Well, yeah. So it doesn't seem like the Walking Dead train is gonna slow down anytime soon. But anyway, that is that.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
You get it?
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Oh, very nice.
A walkathon. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, anyway. But that's that. That's the news for this week. And now we're going to get to the movie, which is Monster House. So that's very cool. And yeah, Monster House. We're going to change our camera positions. And we'll get to the movie right now. A skidoop. Whoa! Ho!
Different angle.
New angle.
House monster. Whoa.
Monster. Ooh.
Monster. Ooh. 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 Monster. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Anyway, Monster House. That's the movie that we're reviewing.
Is that a chimney?
Is that
it? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh, we are in the house.
We're in the house.
No. Hi. Yes. So now we're doing the Monster House review. Yes. So we're down to that now. This is Yeah. Before we start though, we should give just a little bit of our overall thoughts.
What was the movie about, Leo?
What's the movie about? Actually, yeah. I'll look up some details. Give me a sec.
Okay, I'll describe it to the details. The movie is set in 1983. America?
Sure.
America, set in the suburbs of an autumn town. There is no one living there except for 2 people. And
No
they
one lives
see
there.
a house, and there's an old man that lives in it, and it's a monster.
Okay, I got it. Ready?
Okay.
Steve Buscemi. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's the Nebbercracker.
Nubbercracker.
Nebbercracker. He's the old man. He's a scary old man.
Scary old man.
And if you step on his land, you
will
get the hand.
And the monster house.
And the monster house. You'll get that as well.
Get that as well.
We got. Oh my god, I know that guy. Mitchel Musso as DJ. He
Yep.
looks like definitely a Disney Channel guy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And yeah, a bunch of people as well. Yeah, the Napoleon Dynamite's in it. John Heder, and he's cool. Anyway, yeah. So it looks like it's stop motion, but it isn't.
It's not. It's motion capture, same as the
Tintin.
No, yeah, Tintin and the
Christmas Carol.
The Christmas one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's So it's motion capture, cool animation. It came out in 2006. The director is Gil Kenan, and it was written.
Is it Gil or Jill?
Gil. Probably Gil Kenan. And I didn't know this until the end. Like, I remember this one time, but I didn't realize that Dan Harmon. who showruned Community as well as kind of Rick and Morty, co-created Rick and Morty. He wrote. I think he wrote it with someone else, but
it was someone else.
He came up with a story with it, which is cool. That's awesome. And it's a comedy fantasy.
Fantasy?
I'll just. But yeah, I guess they don't want to say spoopy horror because it's a horror. It's a horror movie.
It's a
Okay,
horror
I don't
movie.
care. It's full-blown horror.
It's called Monster House.
It's Monster House. And so I'll just do a little description of what it is.
Okay.
So 3 teenagers discover that their neighbor's house is actually a monster that hates children. Soon, they decide to destroy the heart of the house and kill it.
That's a
spoiler. And that's a good segue to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-heavy review.
Spoiler review.
So if you haven't seen Monster House, why? Why haven't you seen Monster House?
Have you not been a child before?
It's an iconic family.
It's a family.
Yeah, it's a family horror movie. I don't care. It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie.
But it's great and it's awesome. And check it out. It's on like Netflix. So yeah, if you have the urge to watch it,
it's a Netflix one.
After this, go and watch it because it's really great.
Yep.
Anyway, that's enough of the description. We're going to quickly talk about our overall thoughts. Louis, what did you think about the movie?
Thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it had a lot of great moments. I thought it was a tight film. It was like an hour and 30.
Like exactly.
Hour and 30 pretty much, and as soon as it knocked on my door, it left. And I was happy with its arrival.
What? Did you have a stroke? No.
Yes.
No.
Like most people in this movie,
That's
I was
Steve.
in the middle of a stroke.
That's it. Yeah. We'll get to that. But yeah. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think
really enjoyed it.
I loved it as a kid. I can definitely see some flaws now.
Yeah, I see some scripting flaws.
Yeah, but even though
stuff,
even then I will say what's good about this film is that there seems to be moments I'm like, oh, that's a flaw, but then they do give it an explanation, even if you may not love the explanation. They give it a explanation, like why they must be doing that, why they must be doing that. And yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a great family movie. It's
like Harry Styles once said, The good thing about this movie is that it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's
like
a
it's a
movie.
movie.
It's a movie.
Howdy Styles.
Styles.
It's really not his accent. But yeah, that's it's good. And that's gonna be the most non-spoiler we're gonna be. So we're now gonna get into the nitty-gritty. Start with the positives.
Start with the positives, I think.
Yeah. So we'll get that out of the way. Okay. So do you want to start or should I start?
You start because you have your phone out.
I have my phone out. Okay. So positives about it. One thing. Some of these are like. Actually, no. Okay, some of these are just kind of cool notes that I was like,
go.
For example, like straight from the beginning.
Oh yeah, do you want to do? I have miscellaneous notes, just general notes. Do you want to go through those?
But it's part of the positives and part of the negatives. Like I've sorted them.
Okay.
So this isn't like a major story positive, but I just like the full vibes. It just feels
like the vibes.
It feels very
Sure.
Halloweeny.
No, yeah, I got that.
That's what you want. There's like they started off right from the beginning. You see the fall leaves.
Yeah,
and it's
like the beginning.
I'm right into that.
Beginning of Forrest Gump. It was Zemeckis produced it, so
yeah, there you go. So I was like, oh, right in the full vibes. It doesn't feel like I would say Halloween until the end, but I do kind of like some of the kind of.
It's
imagery.
like Die Hard, but it's not a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie.
And I also need to remind myself that this came out in 2006 or something like that. So the animation, isn't going to be the best thing ever.
All the time,
So for what it was. It's good. I like the full vibes. I like that. And should we connect that to animation? Should we
talk about the animation? Yeah.
What did you think about it? I thought it was good.
I thought it was good in specific areas.
Yeah.
Some of this is like a negative that's like not like too bad.
Yeah.
But I would say some characters would like their shape of their characters would like not clip, but like it's motion control. It's all actors doing things. So sometimes the character models would look weird doing some of the things, and that's just the experiment of this movie. Yeah,
I will say that it's kind of funny sometimes how they look, and I don't find that as I see that kind of
it's kind of a positive in its own way.
But they're very kind of overdramatic with the movements.
Yeah, and like sometimes when especially when Paul Blart, is the same actor, looks down and trying to follows the lead, his head is like. His body is straight, but his head is looking down, and it just looks very awkward. But like.
I think the look of it though, just like the artistic look.
I wrote this down as well.
How it looks like stop motion.
The art design.
Art design.
Really
That's
good,
it.
Yeah.
Art design. I think it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I will also admit it. At moments it does look a little bit simplistic as it was at the time, and it looks like you just copy that house a bunch of times. But I think just the kind of look and art design of it all. Is kind of cool and kind of unique to me.
Yeah.
So
and cool. My biggest compliment of the animation is mainly the like art design of like everything else about the animation. Everything but the character models were perfect.
Yeah,
I think. Like the whole like creative scenery and the creative horror set pieces, like when like he goes to sleep and the monster hand comes in and picks him up, everything goes red.
Yeah.
Like the colors and all like the vibe, like you said, the whole vibe of this movie looks excellent. It's just sometimes the character models look a bit weird.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I get you. All right, do you want to go with a positive?
I think because of its early development and its early like experiment in this kind of format, it does a lot of camera experiments.
Yeah.
Like it tries to look like a normal, quote unquote, normal movie with like zooms and depths of focus and like sharp focus where like it's really close up on one thing and it pans up and you see their reaction. Like it looks like it's filmed, and I think some of it was like pretty sure the motion capture may have been filmed as well.
Okay,
I don't know. But it experimented with like different camera motions and camera depths of focus, and I thought that was really really interesting.
Yeah. I will say I agree with that. I think it does look kind of cinematic.
Yeah.
Not to like a major blockbuster degree, but it does. It's smart. Yeah. And I like that as well. Yeah. So I totally agree upon that point as well. I also got to commend it. And the reason why we're constantly saying that it's a horror movie is that there are moments that are actually kind of scary.
Very scary.
Yeah, there's like jump scares where like the house is just suddenly alive.
Yeah.
There's like kind of scary kind of undertones, and I think there was like one scene where I forgot what's the guy's name, who is it, Bones? Bones. When he's like going to the house, with a beer bottle, the kite.
Yeah.
I feel like that if you took out the kind of like Danny Elfman kind of like happy music and had some sinister kind of like not undertones.
Did Danny Elfman do this movie?
I don't know. It sounds like Danny Elfman. It probably isn't. But if you like put in like horror kind of like underlining kind of music, where it's kind of unsettling sounds, and you put that over instead of that, it's not. No. It would be kind of scary. Like I feel like there's some really tense scenes in that, and it seems a bit mature as well.
Yeah,
like
a lot of horror set pieces and like a lot of like actual creative ideas to make a PG horror movie.
Yeah. It's like I feel like this movie, you could take this concept and take some of these scenes and actually make it into like a scary. Like, to me, it's the scary scenes, but you could easily go like a dark kind of Stephen King route to this,
like an It route. Like it's like how in the It books they go into the house. You could do that, but with this movie. Yeah,
and I feel like, but there were like genuine moments of suspense and jump scares. That was kind of cool, and it had some very kind of dark and macabre ideas and themes, especially with the death of. What's her name? I forgot. Mr. Nevercracker's wife. Forgot the name. The
Monster House.
I don't know. Monster House lady.
Monster House lady.
It's dark. It's dark how she fell in cement dark. And there's like bones and.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for a PG horror movie, there's a lot of spooky and scary enjoyment that guys like us, who
can like go like, wow,
young adults can go like, oh, that's kind of scary. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think it's surprisingly spooky, scary for a kids movie.
A lot more of my positives are mainly the same of like the art design, the animation, and the horror set pieces of like how the girl, I don't forget her name, the girl like walks down the pathway and there's like it comes up and it was hinted at before that there were pipes underneath the house and like it opening its mouth and trying to get her in and like how it was filmed. But I'll get another thing. I felt bad for Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I felt genuinely like I was a bit confused. About his motivation, because it was kind of a bit everywhere. But so overall, it's revealed that he wanted to protect kids from the house to get away. So he acted like a mean old man, and eventually he became that person. Yeah. But then it feels like he loves his wife, and like he likes the house being Monster House.
I think he doesn't at the end.
He does, but then that's what I mean. And at the end, he's just like.
I think there's nothing he can do until there's people to stand up and go against the house. So
that's what I mean. Like, it just becomes this, like, if you think about it too much, this psychological manipulation of, like, a relationship of, like, gaslighting and manipulation of these two people. Like, did he, like, want to kill her or, like, get rid of her or leave, like, so many times, but she kept him?
That could be,
like, or, like, did he, like, actually, like, love her and then wanted to stay? But then then as soon as his kids showed up, he was like, shit, dude, this has been like shit, dude. Or did like it was either that or just how it was presented was kind of like, oh yeah, I don't like this house anymore, let's blow it up. And then I mean, but then I'll get into that negatives, but I just feel like his whole tone of like just trying to talk to it and trying to calm it down was really nice. And I started feeling really bad because I completely forgot.
Yeah, that leads to another positive of mine is that I really kind of like that twist at the end. As you were saying, that the reason why he was so mean and kind of scary to all the children,
like children's tale thing.
Yeah, was to go like, no, he's actually trying to protect them. And I think I really like that idea that they kind of subverted the old crazy man on the street who was really scary. And I'm gonna say that him as a character at the start was very scary. Like he came out of the darkness and he just chased after you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like that was scary. He was
Dude,
like,
calm down.
They made him scary, and maybe he was a bit more demented than he needed to be, but. No, I like that twist. I think that's such a kind of cool and smart twist to have. And I like that. I like that. And I didn't expect too much more from it because I got to keep in mind this is a kids movie. That doesn't mean that it
just means kids have to understand it.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that it's a kids movie. It can't be amazing, be smart and be nuanced what it's doing. I mean Pixar films are great, but I still thought it was good, and I like that twist.
For a one-off spooky movie, it's pretty good.
It's nice. Should I go with something as well? Should I continue?
No, that's pretty much all of
okay.
main positives.
I gotta say one thing that I don't know if this is like a positive about the film, but it just kept on making us laugh is that every character seemed to be
unhinged.
Everyone seems to have no brain cells. It's just the funniest thing. Like and maybe it's kind of part of the motion capture where everyone had to be like over
exaggerated,
so it could be picked up on camera. But everyone was just all over the place, and there was a cop like screaming through like a radio like speaker.
Oh yeah, it was just like it was like weird pacing.
Chowder was like in multiple personalities, and it's like
it was just like, what is happening?
It was so funny.
It was great.
Like, it's so crazy that like at random moments, be doing like fart noises.
And then he's all serious.
I just found that just so
cops,
funny. I don't know if it's a positive for the movie, but just the fact that everyone was crazy.
It's like it's either that like it was like they were on the spectrum, and which is like completely fine. Like it was really like. I kind of like if they were. I feel like that's kind of a brave thing to do.
ADHD,
like, and just like, hey, look at these characters. They like, and it's like showing that like, hey, everyone can be really funny.
You got ADHD. You're funny. No,
it's not what I meant, but yeah.
no, I know. But yeah, I mean, Chowder specifically. I mean, he was so fun to watch because he would have moments where he's like in serious situations, but he just totally forget about that for a second.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like down in the belly of the beast in the house, and he's just like oh my ball!
He just like dead focuses on something completely different.
And then it's like in the I think in the junkyard, he just like easily got distracted.
Yeah, he gets hit and goes, oh man, that was close. Oh wait. And then just suddenly reminded there's a monster house chasing him.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was funny in that way, and I don't know if that's like a positive to the storytelling, but the characters. Movie. Yeah, it just came from an enjoyable watch, and it just gave lots of great meme moments, especially with that one where the gamer guy is like, give me your food,
runs away.
which I have seen be memed quite a lot.
I haven't seen that in years.
But yeah, I think that's good. Do you have any other positives, or should I try to continue with mine?
You continue with yours.
Do I have any more positives myself?
I mean,
like I personally love the movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
I just I can't think of like exact stuff to pinpoint.
Yeah.
I think the group dynamic was
a lot of
good.
fun characters. Yeah,
group dynamic was the trio was good. There was funny dialogue moments. I really liked the scene between what was her name with the Skull and Bones t-shirt? Z and the girl, the ginger girl, the main.
Oh yes,
their little conversation with selling candy.
Yeah,
I think that was funny.
Committing fraud.
There's some really good, smart written moments. And the pacing. I mean, what do you think about the pacing?
I feel like it was really good until the latter half of the second act.
Okay.
And
then I just felt like
it
was good. I mean,
short, quick, boom, there.
It had its clear acts. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to sleep with the vague pauses, but it was just good. There's not much I can really say that I like about it, other than what he kind of said. But yeah, we'll move on to the negatives. I don't have too many major negatives, but you probably do. So. Yeah, do you want to start us off, Louis, on the negatives, guys? So Louis, take it away.
All right. So I was originally going to talk about some of the motion graphics into the negatives, but it's kind of par for the course of this movie. I don't feel like I can really go into that. I have a very specific negative that kind of like irked me, and it's when Z opens the door to go like, hey. It's something like someone's calling you. She opens the door. Her face is out. Her eye is looking out that door, and then she stays there for like 10 seconds. And then like we cut and all this shit is happening. The monster house is doing the monster stuff, and then we cut back, and then everything's gone, and she's just like, oh yeah, opening the door. Wow, look at all this stuff.
So it's like, I saw that. It was like a continuity problem. Ouch.
Sorry.
Ouch.
My phone bounced.
But so like everything like is crazy going on. The house is going ballistic. She's opened the door and say, hey guys. And then we cut. After that happens, like 10 seconds. That it cuts back to her opening the door again.
Yeah,
like when it's all fine. It's a continuity issue.
It's like classic like children's movie. We can't have the adults believe them. Yeah. So I was just like, that could have been handled.
Yeah, I will say. I didn't like full on notice it, but when you're saying it, I totally get that. Where she obviously would have seen it, but I don't. I can't say too much on that. I know it's a bit of like a nitpick from you.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna need you to read some negative so I can like read mine. One last thing: dodge the grass. Get off the grass. Off the grass. Grass.
But we learned that everything is bad.
I don't care.
You learned that the cement is bad as well.
The beginning of the movie, I was just like, get up! Why is everyone on the grass? And then they go on the pathway. I'm like, oh, thank God! And then the pathway is fucking evil.
So it's just everything that's bad. Everything is just bad.
Fucking fine monster movie.
Some bits, I think it's just mainly the mother. Some of the voice acting's a bit dramatic and over the top. I think it was just the mother at the start where she was like saying, "Oh yeah," like saying all this stuff.
Her voice is extreme, but her motion capture is just.
Yeah, so I feel I don't know if it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but at the start it was like, oh, that voice acting is just a bit. It just doesn't fit the movement, and it just kind of feels a bit cheesy to a degree. Yeah. But yeah, that's okay because that was only like a little bit. Should I do another positive while you're looking, or you negative, got something? A negative, sorry. Yeah.
I got something.
Awesome, go.
I would say like, you don't want to kill your characters. You don't want to make it impossible for them to win. So when they're inside the house. They're in the house. I feel like that the house, would have felt something. If the monster house feels the car going down its stomach and it's like, okay, I've eaten the car. I feel like that's inside the mouth. I feel like if they jump out of the car and then they land on the floorboards and they're just like, oh man, the house is going to sleep. It can't see us. And they're speaking loudly. They have flashlights. They're walking around the house. And it's like, come on. They walk around other places of the house and the house controls those parts. But it just feels like, a bit of a continuity of or just thing. You look like you're about to burst.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It just feels like I have to get over it because I don't want to just give an excuse of it's a children's movie, but I need something to go this is why. If the monster did eat all of the cough syrup and did fall asleep, I'd be like, okay, I got you. But then they said it didn't because it wakes up and it's fine and it looks around. And
maybe it did fall asleep just during that time.
It doesn't because it starts going.
Okay, who knows?
Yeah. I don't think so. And then so I feel like there was some and this is part of the second, the third act, and it's just it's trying to get to the actual meat of the story, and it's more than halfway through. So it's trying to okay, they have to get in the house. So we can't have the monster eat them. So the only dangerous part of this house that is as soon as they're in the mouth, it's well, if it's a mouth, then how are they gonna survive? Oh, there's a throat, and you can't get into the throat. Yeah. And it's oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just a bit of I see what you're doing there, and it's just unfortunately how it happened, but it's fine.
Sure.
It's not, but it's fine.
I get you.
Yeah.
All right, I have a negative. This is one of my last negatives, and it's kind of a mixed one where I understand logistically why they couldn't do this for the story's sake, but it still kind of rubs me the one way. Is that I think you would also feel this as well. The neighborhood feels extremely empty.
Yeah, there's no one.
There's all these houses and there's hardly anyone about. Maybe it's an animation issue where they couldn't animate as many people.
Budget.
But it's a whole neighborhood and there's no one about besides our characters. And I get why, because this
they
monster
need the
house
excuse to say that no one believes them.
Yeah, but the monster is going crazy, ballistic. Yeah. We couldn't have people see it.
Yeah, but there are explosions outside people's house. There is a monster house. And you can't say they're out trick-or-treating. Well, if they're out trick-or-treating, somebody needs to stay home to give out the lollies to other kids coming to trick-or-treat in their house.
There's a massive houses going everywhere, and it's coming at you. But I get why in the story, because if they couldn't have people see the house, but still, it just kind of felt this whole street feels empty.
Every time it panned over the city, there was no one.
No one.
Only one time where there are other people, and that because this mainly was set in their street.
Yeah,
it was 2 times. The police coming in, and they look over, and there's 2 trick-or-treaters.
Yeah,
then I'm just
in the distance.
So people do live here.
Yeah, but it does feel surprisingly.
It's like WandaVision. It's like WandaVision. All the other people despawn as soon as they exit the area.
But I don't know. I mean, I get logistically why they did it. But yeah, it still feels like an empty town. And also, I think that kind of relates to early though. Maybe this is a town that's in the middle of nowhere because we saw how.
No, but there's so many houses.
I know. I just.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know. I think it's probably an animation issue. But also a story issue.
I kind of like how there's no one there at the same time. But if it was explained why they want people there,
I just like moments where there's. Yeah, I think they could do something with it, the monster house sequence is really late at night when no one's gonna be awake,
and they're all at a Halloween party down the road, on the end, on the other side of the thing.
Do something comedic with it, no one notices the monster house. That's
there's an explosion when the beat drops in a DJ party.
Yeah, I feel, but. On the same time, I get it. Yeah. It's a story issue. It relates to the story. It relates to probably the animation. But yeah, it was noticeable how empty this massive town is. But yeah, do you have another negative?
I do have another negative. So this is my second act pacing thing where I talk about how like I felt like he needed to get through all of the meat. Yeah. So when the guy Nubbercracker, he comes out of the ambulance and he's like, "Oh, get off my lawn again." And then the kid is like, "No, I won't." And he's like, and then there's like, "I know you didn't kill your wife." Oh, backstory. And then it's just like, oh, it just feels like it felt like kind of like this character of Nubbercracker is like, he's had a heart attack, his arm's broken or something, and he's come back, his houses are still there, and then suddenly he's just like, oh, right, these kids that gave me a heart attack, I'm slowly emoting to them, and then I'm like, understand his desperation. If it was like, I feel like there should have been something a bit more there, maybe a bit longer of a conversation or something. It just feels like he just loses all of his angst in that 5 seconds, and then he goes into a flashback, and he comes back, and he's just like, "I'll be alone without the house," and the kid's like, "No, you won't." And they're just like, and the kid's like reaching out, like, "I won't be alone." It's like, okay, it's a bit cheesy, and he's like, "I won't be alone," and then like, 45 years, I feel like there's something. I don't know. I was just like realizing, like, I won't be alone. That was that his only fear? Much. Like, it felt like it kind of just happened. That bit kind of just happened, and he needed a reason for the monster to go monster house. Yeah, just for the old man just like turned on a dime, and then we realized its backstory, and then it kind of just happened, and like it's not a major issue.
Okay. But
it just feels like it could have been a longer scene, or it could have been maybe we could have seen him in the hospital. And he looks over and he can see the house in the distance, and he starts crying. I don't know. Okay. Like, I feel like we should have seen maybe like a bit of vulnerability before that moment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And not just
I think the vulnerability moment was when he fell down and seemingly died.
Yeah.
I think that was like him at his most vulnerable.
Also, this guy, he has a heart attack, has his arm in a... I think they do that with people who have heart attacks or something.
Yeah.
His arm's in a sling or whatever. And then he gets thrown around. He's an old man. What is he from? Like,
Did you want him to die?
He's from the 40s.
Did you want him to die?
He's like 60 or 70. He gets flung around. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. He just starts walking around.
Okay.
Cool shit. It's like,
I think
okay.
Screw him. Kill him. No.
Have the balls to kill the old man.
No, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't... yeah, sure. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, do you have any more? I have
I don't have any more, actually.
Okay.
Really. I had one that I just...
I have another one.
Yeah. Go for it.
I don't give a shit about the crush thing that happened.
The crush thing?
It kind of just took up...
when they both fell in love with her.
They both fell in love with her.
Oh, what do you... I like that.
Not yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. So, like, they have a crush. And it's like, oh, this is kind of like a cool, like, thing they're going to have. And then, like, it for the 10 minutes, it's the thing. And then it's never done and then at any other point in the movie. It's
at the end?
I'm not done yet. Okay, at the very... And then it keeps going, and then... in that scene where like, oh, you don't like Mexican food anymore? And they have that little fight. And then literally nothing happens with that. And then at the very end of the movie, it's suddenly they're like, oh, be brave, and they give you a kiss. It's like, where did this come from? It came out of nowhere.
Such a nitpick. I don't find this bad at all.
There's no development
of that
relationship.
There's no development.
Of like a romantic or like a crush happening. This woman hates them at the beginning and then slowly... agrees with their presence, and then suddenly
she's just like, I'm gonna do what needs to be done, so he goes and does it. I'm gonna just. She knows that she's too. She leaves fast at the end of the movie.
She's
like,
head.
I'm going into the car. I'm out of here. I'll do what needs to be done.
She has a big head.
He needs a kiss to do it. Screw it. I'll give him a kiss. I think she knew what she was doing. I think she's a bit of a strategy person.
If we look at it that light, then
a strategic general in this moment. She knew that I have to kiss this guy in order for him to do it, because I don't want to die. Yeah. So let's just go and do it.
The blood starts rushing to his head.
Yeah, and look, I think it was fine. I mean, I didn't.
It just like
it seems like a bit of a nitpick to me.
No, listen. This female character is introduced. She's a love for these two people. They have like a fight for 5 minutes, and then nothing happens from that. And then
you wanted the entire film to be them fighting over her?
It's just nothing happens. And then it just feels like it was added for no reason. You could take that
agree.
out and nothing would happen.
I don't agree. Hot take, I don't agree.
You could take that out.
No.
You could take that.
No, because he needed the kiss to do it. He needed love, goddammit.
You could take it out and nothing would change.
No. I like it. I think it's a funny little subplot.
There is no other moment in the movie that those two have any...
Actually,
moments.
the moment where like he like jumps and grabs onto what's his name?
Ass?
No. When the guy he jumps onto Chowder.
Yeah.
And then she jumps and grabs him. That's human contact.
No, she doesn't. He falls and she doesn't grab him. She misses and Chowder pushes her in.
What? No. She grabs onto him.
Oh, she does?
On the way out when the water shoots out.
Oh, well.
So there you go. That's a relationship right there. Listen, I don't find this that bad. I don't agree. I think it was enough development. I think it's fine. I think you're bullshitting.
It just comes out of nowhere.
I think you're just attacking some children for the sake of attacking some children.
They kissed him? Why?
I've listened to a lot of bullshit, but no slander against the best relationship.
Let's watch this movie again. No, and I'll prove it to you.
I don't.
There is less screen time of that romance than there's Godzilla and the original Godzilla movie. It doesn't matter. I don't need it.
They're children, for God's sake.
You need Stephen King.
You need to see some kids getting into a relationship. That seems a bit weird to me. That's all I'm saying. No. I think it's fine. But okay, sure.
Also, no one dies.
No, is that your last negative?
Yeah.
No one dies.
I want someone to die.
Okay.
Just have them not come out of there.
The lady died.
What were they
doing?
doing?
Monster House lady died.
What were they doing? So like they handing out.
They were underneath the toys.
They're handing out toys.
And
then they wait half an hour to go and wake up.
Sure, that felt like I will say that felt like a little bit of like a cheesy happy ending at the end where they suddenly come out. But oh no, actually, I wouldn't have mind if they were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got the little scene where Skull and Bones are fighting over the girl, and
yeah, but obviously Skull
is the way. No, okay, yeah, I thought it was okay, but I get you. I wouldn't mind if people died as well, but yeah, if they did die, that.
Not even like some decomposition, like some acid burns.
Some acid burns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it just kind of leaves all the stakes out of them being eaten because they just come out.
I'm okay with it. I think it's a kids movie, so it doesn't matter.
So the stomach isn't in the house, so they got pooped out because they were underneath the house.
That's why they got pooped out.
Where were they?
Underneath the house.
No, but where?
They went
underneath the house.
They're still in the stomach.
The house popped up.
They were underneath the toys. They were
underneath the toys.
They were there. I don't need to get into the logistics. It's fine. Okay. There's probably a basement to this house.
Yeah, there is. But anyway.
That's it. That's it. We're done.
Done.
Now we're gonna rate this baby.
Do we change camera angles or do it in this one?
Let's just rate it now.
And then do the outro.
And then we'll do the outro.
Okay.
You might have to cut that bit out, but
no.
Keep it in. Fine.
All right.
Screw it. We're going live.
We're going live.
All right. So quickly, this is what our rating system is, ladies and gentlemen, and yes. The rating system is at the very bottom. We have shit show. Means it's bad. We hate it.
Awful.
Get out of here. I don't want to give it a second chance. It's gross.
Stupid.
Get out. Above that is bull snore. Get out the door. This is
boring.
Okay, I guess they attempted a story. It's so but it's just boring. I don't like it. Like there's maybe tiny bits of redeemable qualities, but we just don't like it. It's just gross. Yeah. Then above that is a book appointment for disappointment. This is like a movie that we were either excited for and it just totally missed the mark, or it's a movie that's like it has the elements of being a good decent movie, but it just doesn't meet those elements. Like it's 100%. So close to actually just being a decent watch, but it's just not.
Yeah.
And this could be a movie that it still could be a decent movie, but
just has elements of disappointment.
It's just kind of annoying that well, you could have been this. You could have been this.
Yeah.
This close. Then above that is Hey, It's Fun.
Hey, It's Fun.
And that means it's a good movie.
Good time.
It's good. It's worth the time. It's fun. It's great. It's not pushing the envelope or anything, but it's a good fun watch. We enjoyed ourselves, or we just think it's just a decent made film. That you should definitely go and watch. Then above that is Fantastically Splendid. This is a great film.
Personal favorites.
Fantastic. Yep. Awesome. Great film. Go and watch it right away. Not go and watch it right away. I mean, sometimes
away, right
now.
But
it's great. It's fantastic. It's really well made, and it's worth the watch, or worth the buy, or worth the ticket. And then above that, at the very top, is classic / masterpiece.
It's in the name.
It's like, whoa, this is amazing. 5 stars. Very good. It's great. Fantastic.
Great time.
Really worth your time.
Worth the time.
It will be remembered for ages to come.
For generations.
Fantastic. I'm going to show it to my children, and they're going to show it to the children's children, and it's fantastic. It's really good.
Yeah.
Really fantastic.
Uh-huh.
All right. Not fantastic. I'm not fantastically fun, but, you know.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, let's rate this baby. So...
As much as I critique those little points in this movie...
Go for it. What are you going to give it?
It's Monster House. I can't, it's like... It's Monster House. Obviously, I don't really care about those points. It's Monster House.
What are you going to give it then?
It's Monster House. Like, it's not... it's like... Because if it's a critique show and we're reviewing it, I have to point out things.
This isn't a movie that would... normally would ever put on the
it's just
review.
like
we're not normally doing animated movies, but Monster House.
It's just Monster House. I'll give it a Fantastically Splendid.
Fantastically Splendid? Yeah, me too.
It's good.
Fantastically Splendid. I think it's a classic of the animation.
It's a standout.
It's one that we'll remember. Defines a generation.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's the most amazing Pixar level stuff.
Yeah.
So I think Fantastically Splendid is great.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's good.
Really
movie.
worth your time. All right, let's cut to the outro. Whoa! We're back. All right, outro. So what we normally do is that we're going to answer last week's...
Keep going.
You okay?
Yeah, I don't know where we went for a second. We kind of just teleported.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Right. Yeah, okay, cool. So what we normally do is that we ask you a trivia question, and we answer the trivia question we asked from last week.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do right now. So last week we asked you, how many Oscars did Jordan Peele's Get Out get nominated for? And can you give me a guess? What do you think, Louis?
7.
7?
No,
okay.
Probably like 4.
The answer is 4. 4.
I was going to scream into the mic.
Last week you said something else. Okay.
Did I say 7?
I don't know what you said.
I said something else, probably.
But 4. That's great. That's it. 4
is the
Oscars.
answer.
And I'll tell you which ones they were.
Screenwriting, directing.
He won the screenwriting one. Won best screenplay.
Screenplay, directing.
I'm just gonna, damn, I have to search it up again.
Photography.
Yeah.
And score.
Score. Okay, so say that again. So what do you think they are? I'll see if you're correct.
Director.
Yeah.
Movie. Overall movie, just movie.
So best picture, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a director one, right?
Yeah, there's
director. Obviously, I didn't get that one. Score.
So you think best writing, best director, best score, and what's the other one?
Movie.
Best director, best score, best screenplay, best movie.
Yeah.
Okay, you got 2 of those correct, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So you got best. It's a best achievement in directing.
Yeah.
That's a nominee. And best... Sorry, I think I was far away from the mic. So, yeah, best achievement in directing. Best motion picture of the year. So, best film.
Cool.
Best screenplay... Oh.
I got 3.
3. Sorry, that's 3. You just didn't get score, which was best performance by an actor in the leading role, which was Daniel Kaluuya.
That makes sense.
And that was a nominee. But, yeah, it won best screenplay, which is fantastic, which I think was the first black person to ever win best screenplay. I think so, because I remember there was a big thing about him dedicating it to Spike Lee, I think.
Right, yes.
So, yeah, I think it might have been first, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I was a bit mad that Get Out didn't win and Shape of Water won.
For best film. But, hey, screenplay is not bad. Screenplay is not bad. I mean, Quentin Tarantino's had all these fantastic films, and he only won the screenplay for Pulp Fiction. So, that ain't bad. All right, here is your question. Please put it in the comments, your what you're guessing. So basically the question is this. What is the apparent occupation of DJ's parents... Main character, the kid, in Monster House? So I'll give you some options. So
I don't even know.
Hard.
I'll guess.
I don't even know. I'm looking at this and I don't even know. I know it's out of 2 options because I've narrowed it down for me. But is it teachers, dentists, lawyers, or engineers?
Make
a guess.
I'll try. They aren't teachers because that house is too expensive.
Okay.
Also, it's the 80s. I think they're dentists.
I'm going to guess dentists as well.
I'm going to guess dentists.
All right. You'll find out next week.
For next week.
On the same channel. with the same people.
Same people.
In the spooky season
We think
of the Horror Herald.
we're reviewing Ends next.
I think we're going to be reviewing Halloween Ends
Ends
next, so get excited for that.
It's ending.
It's coming to an end,
It's
baby.
coming to an end.
Michael is ending.
Michael's never coming back
It's done.
ever again.
He's
gone.
Laurie's gone for sure.
Laurie's gone forever.
She's not coming
She's
back.
Gonna get recasted and then dead.
Yeah, and it's happening.
It's happening.
Big Halloween fans going to be a little sad.
So sad.
So sad.
I'm so sad that this trilogy is ending.
Yeah.
So sad.
So sad. Tears. Anyway, that is it. That is it from us. And meow.
Now there are no cats in Monster House.